Greetings, this is Homestead Rental. We are doing a video response for Bexar Preppers appreciation giveaway for current subscribers. We are one, have been for over a year. And today we are going to make ketchup. Now a lot of you might go, just ketchup? Well, I'll tell you what, after you've been eating beans and rice for 3 months, you're probably going to want to spice it up with a little bit of something. These are dehydrated tomatoes that we dehydrated. And then the spices that I have here are crushed red pepper, ground ginger, garlic powder, whole cloves, and then molasses. Now we have all of this also in our long-term stored items, and then we also have stuff that we use daily. So this is all long-term. When we do these up, we dehydrate them, and then we can either put them in a jar like this to use in the next couple of months, or we can put them in a food saver bag and actually food save them. I'm sure I said that wrong, but yeah, I'll get the idea. So we're going to get started. First off, grind up your tomatoes. And the one thing I don't have here that I'm going to need is a cup of water. Got the grinder. Now, if this was a situation where we didn't have any electricity, I would be doing this by hand, but you can chop them up any way that you want right now. That's all it takes, just a little bit. Thank you, assistant. Just grind a little bit at a time. This is what you come out with right here. Make sure that the camera can see it. And that's just about a third of them. We are going to do some camera editing, so you'll see little bits of it. I'll probably edit all this out right now, so you saw me grind a little bit. Of course, I might just one-shot wonder this one and just put it up and not even worry about it. Have done that before. We'll stir that baby. when you do something like this, I know Michigan Snow Pony did one, and she said that when she does a quart, she ends up with like a cup of dried powder or so. Well, it looks like about what we're going to have, maybe a little less. Now, we like them both ways. Lots of flavor in them. We've used it in making like a spaghetti and throw a few dried tomatoes in it. Normally we can them up too. These were my mother-in-law's tomatoes. She gave us a bunch of them. If you've watched any of our other videos, you'll know that we didn't have such good luck this last year with our tomatoes. They ended up getting lost with our first garden. But we're getting ready to start the second batch. For 2013, it'll be our first set of tomatoes down here in North Carolina, and they're going to be delicious.
Used to do cloves.
Oh, and I need to grind up some of the cloves. Now, I've never actually done this like this before, so I've got 4 cloves here. 2, 4. I'd rather not have enough and put a couple more in than have too many.
I always put some hot pepper in it if it's not.
That came out pretty good. Put in a little bit of our other spices. Garlic. About that much. If you want actual measurements, I'm a guy. That's about all I have to say about that. About this much mustard.
This ginger.
Ginger. Thank you, dear. Am I going to put mustard in it? No mustard. Just ginger. And then the hot pepper flakes. And kick it up a notch. About that many. Grind it up all together. All of our spices will go right in here. Now what I should have said was this ginger that we have here is just store-bought, but we do have some that isn't store-bought. It's stuff that we actually ground up and dried and ground up ourselves, and there it is. When I use something like that, I usually use it, most of it, right away. When we do like a Polynesian chicken or something like that, or pork. We've been doing quite a bit of Polynesian style pork. So here's what it looks like so far. Now, is that all in the shot? My assistant?
Yep.
We got the blackstrap molasses here. That's actually just cane molasses, and this is local from about 2 towns down from us. So if this was a bad situation, I'm sure that there would probably be at least one person selling something like this, trading it. It's good. And I would be able to get it from them that way. I also have molasses. I've got the seeds to actually grow it. The sorghum seeds. I actually have those in my seeds to grow, so I could do that if I had to myself. Just another way of being prepared long term. I mix just a little bit of this up together, and we've got a little bit of vinegar over here that we're going to put in, and that is actually going to only be a small amount. And you let that go. And just get the little bit of vinegar I need in it out. And we're just using a single spoonful of that. If you'll get me a fork also. That's what Color ID is for, folks. This is a first for us. We've never actually made ketchup before. If you'll hold this for me. I'm just going to beat it up a little bit. Put some more water in it. Just want to make sure there's no real lumps or anything like that. That's saying that we have a message. In case I didn't know.
A little bit more vinegar.
Mm-hmm. A little more molasses, a little bit more vinegar?
Yeah.
Alright. So 2 tablespoons full of the vinegar.
One more of this in.
1 more of the molasses. And I just want to show you ketchup. For the first time, by Homestead and Rental. Dehydrated tomatoes, right from our pantry. Spices, right from the pantry. And same thing with the molasses. We normally only keep things in our pantry setup for 6 months to a year. We haven't been able to progress much farther than that. We are going to make a full meal also. We're going to do beans and rice, and those are from our long-term storage also. So this is Homestead and Rental, just saying ketchup, first time we've made it. Greetings.